So I just saw The Monkey, which is the latest film from Osgood, Perkins, and Neon, months after Longlegs has come out. So yeah, Osgood is pumping these out. He even has one in fall coming out. This is different from the tone of Longlegs because this takes a comedic horror tone instead of just a more serious horror. Even though I feel like Longlegs had unintentionally funny parts with that Nicolas Cage character. This is about an evil monkey that's been passed on throughout a family, more specifically, a monkey where if that thing's around, bad shit's gonna happen. And this father, played by Theo James, who wants to be there for his kid just for a couple days. And all of that characterization feels so tired, and it feels like something you've seen a billion times done better in other movies. We do get a lot of that character when he was younger, and while there's a lot of child acting in here, like not terrible, but not great, I don't know. The more tropey aspects of that past story, that's really like the first act, at least feels like it's more briskly paced in terms of having those kills and having like almost parody take of things you've seen in other middle school and high school dramas and stuff like that, where it doesn't take itself too seriously. And it's not that the second and third act take itself too seriously with the story, but it feels like it's having a lot less fun with its story. It's just kind of delivering on things we've seen before in a way that's like, okay, the jokes here feel tired as well. Like I've seen this done in a funnier movie, so it almost feels predictable in its humor, and it's just kind of like, why am I here? And the end result is a film that feels like it's much longer than its 98-minute runtime. Like, this shit felt like 2 hours, and I've looked at them and I'm like, this is 98 minutes? Like, geez, that shit dragged on, especially in the second and third act. The acting is fine from the adults. I mean, it's nothing that stands out. Theo James, I think, at least has a good capture on the tone of the movie. It never feels like, for me, something like the lead of Trap, where it felt like he was taking it a bit too seriously at points. It feels like Theo James knows what he's in here, and he could capture that tone pretty well. And then we have like Tatiana Maslany, who is pretty good, but there's no standout role for me except this one kid who like pops in for like a scene or two, and I thought that person was really funny, and I hope he has like a bright future ahead of him. I don't know why this was set in modern day, because when it was set in modern day and then when it was set in like the late 90s, both of the time periods felt like they were decades behind in the technology they covered, where it's just like, okay, why didn't this character use this right here? Why is this character still using this archaic way to find other people? It left me kind of scratching my head. I also feel like this wasn't directed very interesting. Like, the visual design here, beyond the CGI that didn't really work for me, felt even less interesting than Blackcoat's Daughter and Longlegs, which even then I didn't really connect with that film on a visual level. But both of those films at least feel like they were trying with its visual design. This one doesn't really have any interesting directing, in my opinion. There was like one transition where it was like, oh, that looked cool. But that was about it. Yeah, it wasn't much for me in its technicals. I don't even remember the score. I'm just like, okay. Again, some fun kills here and there, some funny moments, but it feels like there's almost too little kills at the end of the day, despite this starting out as this kill comp. It slows down a bit too much with its very boring story, and then the humor feels like it gets tired, and it's almost like a joke that goes on way too long, where it's like, I want to see something fresh here. I'm just left with a 4, and even that feels a bit generous. Might be my favorite out of Osgood Perkins movies, but I was not a fan of Longlegs, and I was not a fan of Blackcoat's Daughter, and those are the 3 I've seen. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, have you seen The Monkey? Am I being too hard on it? Subscribe here for film content and honest film takes. You're probably not going to agree with it, just warning, but I like expressing my opinion, and I'd love to hear where you agree or disagree, as long as you're polite. I got a lot of big projects in the work, which is why I haven't uploaded so much in the past few weeks, but those are going to be pumping out very soon. Like, I'm going to be pumping those out like Osgood Perkins pumps out these movies from Neon. And I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.